Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all my Cardfight Vanguard Sephirogila deck profile. This is one of the new decks from the Moonfangs and Cerulean Blaze booster set, an evolution to the original Griffogilla. This deck focuses on more of a consistent playstyle of setting up your Dragon Tree markers, making use of your energy marker, which the old Sephirogila definitely had a slower portion to do, but the new Dragon Tree of Advent, Sephirogila, definitely makes for a very fun variant to the Dragon Tree deck. Starting off with the Dragon Empire variant of the deck, we'll more likely do some other variants later on in the future for this deck, so look forward to it. But until then, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the actual ride deck itself. To start off, we have the Sephiro Seed, which is our starter in the deck. For the Vanguard Circle, it gets grade +1, plus 2,000 power for each different blessing card in your soul and drop that was in the ride deck. So with this card just giving you additional power for each one of the orders that you set up in your soul, very similar to the original Griffo Seed as well. On the Vanguard Circle, at the beginning of your main phase, choose up to one of your blessing cards from your ride deck, put into your soul, perform one of the following according to your Vanguard's grade. If it's grade 1, choose up to one energy generator from your ride deck and put it into your crest zone. And if you do, and you went second, energy charge 3. Grade 3, you search your deck or hand for up to one Dragon Tree marker of Advent, Sephirogila, ride it as stand. If you searched your deck, then shuffle the deck. If you rode, choose one of your rear guards without any Dragon Tree markers and put on a Dragon Tree marker. So very similar to the original Griffogilla for that setup. So along with the Sephiro Seed, we have the additional cards in the ride deck being A New Beginning, the next one being Auspicious Transmogrification, the final one being Coming of Origin, and then the Energy Generator that you place as well with your Vanguard's abilities. So unlike the original Griffogilla, you will be able to make use of an Energy Generator all the earlier in the game. And having the 3 orders ready to go to set up our Vanguard, and also, just for note, we have a new form of the Dragon Tree marker. Same ability, just looks a little more pleasant than the last destruction one for Griffogilla, so very awesome addition in the booster set for that as well. For the new grade 10, you definitely do want to run 4 copies of Dragon Tree of Advent Sephirogilla, just for the consistency in the deck. From the Vanguard Circle or the deck, it's also regarded as Griffogilla, and if it is on the Vanguard, you can only ride cards with Sephirogilla in their card name. This is to get around cards like Vartex, because then you would just have no cards in your Aura Zone to use. Then fully power up your Vartex for its own skill, but with this card being our main focus Vanguard on the Vanguard Circle once per turn, you can Energy Blast 3, choose one of your rear guards, put a Dragon Tree marker on it, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to one unit card from among them, call it to rear guard, and shuffle the deck. So just consistency, giving you rear guards to do so for an Energy Blast. And on the Vanguard Circle once per turn, you can bind a card with Dragon Tree and its card name, or a Mask of Hydrogram from your hand or drop. For each rear guard with your Dragon Tree markers, Energy Charge 1, and this unit gets plus 5,000 to the end of turn. If there are 5 or more rear guards with your Dragon Tree markers, this unit gets Drive +1 to end of turn, giving you the triple drive option, but also the additional energy charge power to make use of for other skills in the deck as well for full setup for your rearguard circles. Being the Dragon Tree version of the deck, one of the best cards to use is still Virina Esperidea, just for the restand power by Soul Blasting 1 when your Vanguard attacks. So then you can attack with your Esperidea rear guards and then restand again after your Vanguard attacks. It doesn't do anything with the actual Overdress skill, but being the Dragon Empire variant, this is the one you definitely want to have on the rear guard for the majority of your plays. For the grade 2s, we're running 4 copies of Dragon Tree Wretch, Torkel Kimrud. When this unit is placed on rear guard, you can Energy Blast 3, search your deck for up to one Mask of Hydrogram, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle the deck. And on the rear guard circle, you can Counter Blast 1, bind this unit, choose one of your rear guards without any Dragon Tree markers, and put a Dragon Tree marker. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to one card with masks or Griffogilla, and its card name for among them, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. And when you would look at the deck by this ability, if your bind zone has 1 or less cards with the same card name as this card, look at the deck instead of the top 7 cards, just giving you more of a guaranteed search for your cards that can still be regarded as Griffogilla to have some more consistent Persona rides later on also. We're also running 3 copies of Dragon Tree Wretch. Ragoon can run for the additional play of your search for Mask of Hydreigon and additional placement for your Dragon Tree markers. Just a good backup grade 2, making use of the Soul Blast and Counter Blast power to be able to do so. For the grade 1s, we're running 4 copies of Dragon Tree Wretch, Draco Batical. When it's placed on rearguard, Counter Blast 1, choose one of your rearguards without any Dragon Tree markers and put a Dragon Tree marker on it. And on rearguard, once per turn, when your opponent's rearguard is retired during your main phase, Soul Blast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 1 or less from among them, call it to rearguard, shuffle the deck. We don't really use this ability as much. You're mostly going to use it just for more Dragon Tree marker setup, so you can get to your Dragon Tree marker 5s as soon as possible as well, which with these markers also for the setup, being able to place the additional markers on multiple rearguard spots thanks to the new grade 10. And we're also running 3 copies of Stealth Fiend Shenrie. With this card, when this unit boosts, if your opponent has 1 or less rearguards, you played in order this turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 till the end of that battle. And at the end of that battle, put this unit in the soul and draw a card. So you'll mostly make use of this whenever you use your Mask of Hydreigon, obviously, for more search power, and then being able to have more soul to be able to use for soul blasting of our other cards, like our Virina Esperidea. I'm also running 2 copies of our Blaze Pole Monk Retsuji. When it's placed on rearguard, Counter Blast 1, choose up to 1 card with the Overdress ability from your drop, put it into your hand. If your Vanguard's grade 4, Countercharge 1. So while you won't get the Countercharge, you will get the option to add back your Esperideas, which your opponent will definitely try to take out, since they will be a big part of your plays in the deck to begin with. For the other grade 1s to finish off, just the 4 Sentinels to run in the additional lineup of defense for the Dragon Empire variant of the deck. And then for our orders, for the normal orders, we're running 2 copies of Mask of Hydreigon, just because they're very easy to search out with some of the other Dragon Tree Wretches that we run. Being able to search with this card and looking at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 unit card with Dragon Tree or Mask and its card info among them, reel it, put it in your hand, and shuffle the deck. So another search, obviously, for Sephirogila in the deck also. And that's what we mostly use it for in the actual Dragon Tree version of the deck, with our Blitz order in the deck being 4 copies of Corrosive Smoke Signals. You play this if you have a Hydreigon Vanguard, which, once again, our Sephirogila is regarded as. With this card, choosing one of your rear guards without any Dragon Tree markers, put a Dragon Tree marker on it. Choose one of your units being attacked, it gets plus 10. If you have a Vanguard with Griffogilla, it gets plus 20 instead, just being a 20k guard to use as a once per turn additional guard against your opponent. So a definite 4 of being the only Blitz order we run in the deck for that play. And then for the trigger lineup, the 8 critical for the added pressure of our Vanguard's triple drive when available to do so. The 3 front triggers, these just come up very easily for added pressure with the additional power that our Dragon Tree markers can provide as well, with the heals being 4 Peril Solace, just as the generic heal spot, and then finally being able to run the actual over trigger in the deck and not the ride deck as the original Griffogilla deck was, being the Drag Veda for the restand power of our Vanguard. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. This is one of the decks I was definitely the most excited for. I love the original Griffogilla deck. It was just a fun, interesting, different playstyle compared to a bunch of other decks in D format for Vanguard. And this new one's just more of a consistent play where you can just, go for the actual playstyle of Sephirogilla and not have to rely on waiting turn after turn to get to your over trigger play like the original one used to do. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.